Hey all, my name is Joel Dillard. I'm the go by the moniker Jack's Realtor JDilly because my last name is Dillard, and it's a throwback to an old Budweiser commercial from like 2018 Super Bowl about Dilly Dilly, and that's what they started calling me around the office. So, just to give you a little bit of information about me, this is my introduction video. I spent a total of 18 years working in the field of law enforcement for the state of Florida, between juvenile justice, adult corrections, and then going to the road as a cop. Um, Actually, yeah, probably actually closer to 22 years in total if you consider my reserve time with the local sheriff's department. Um, and then on top of that, I was a reserve military guy for just shy of 30 years. Started enlisted in the Marine Corps and then transitioned over to the Army National Guard and eventually to the USAR. During which time I had multiple deployments and did about a total of 10 years on active duty out of the 30 years of my reserve service. But I've been deployed in Afghanistan, Iraq twice, and Qatar. Stationed there long term on multiple events or multiple terms. So, long story short is I retired in 2021 as a lieutenant colonel, and I have been since about 2018. I've been operating as an active real estate investor. I own approximately 10 doors of rental real estate right now, and I've executed a few flips. Additionally, I ran my own home repair company during my law enforcement years. Started as a part-time endeavor on my days off to make ends meet for my family, and then for the last like 4 years since retiring out of the military, I ran a home repair and relaunched the business and ran it full time. I have a number of military related VA disabilities, and the hard labor is getting tough on my old body at the ripe old age of 54 here. My knees and my back won't allow me to keep working the way I was. So I've attained my real estate license and serving the Northeast Florida, mainly Jacksonville areas here, and as a licensed realtor. Um, and it's truly in my wheelhouse with my experience on doing home repair and remodel work as well as an investor. It is my passion. It is the thing I get out of bed for every day. I absolutely love it. I love talking about it. I love thinking about it. I love crunching the numbers. And um, so my primary areas that I specialize in is assisting other vets, military, with their listings and sales. I like the opportunity to help folks that are and help them not get taken advantage of by other investors, i.e., wholesalers that are offering them way too little for their homes, and see if we can't affect a quick sale if they're in trouble with a mortgage or something, and actually capture some of their equity instead of letting a flipper or the bank take it all in a foreclosure. I love working with retirees that are looking to downsize and figure out how to reinvest some of their equity into a new revenue stream for their retired years. And I also love working with first-time home buyers and teaching and training youngins. I have three of my own children. Two of them are homeowners now at the ages of 20 and 22. Um, and I started working with and teaching them, and I apply a lot of my investing strategies and principles into the acquisition for first-time home buyers, in as much as finding them a great deal, and they're because they're young and strong, and if they're willing to learn, finding something that's being sold. Uh, it's in relatively good shape, but being sold well below market value, that they can capitalize on some sweat equity and build some pretty significant net worth early in their years. My daughter and her husband, she's 20, he's 21 now, but they bought when they were 18 and 19 while they were yet engaged, after dating for 5 years since they're high school sweethearts. But, they did a great job. They found a fantastic little property as a first time home, and they bought, and they are already at 20 and 21 years old now, respectively. They've been in the home over 2 years, qualifying for their primary residence capital gains exemption when they do sell. They are both super hardworking, got their grind on, and probably between the two of them already at this young age, making about 130 or so a year, and they are living lean. They drive used vehicles that they pay cash for. Their mortgage payment on their house is only about 12 or 1300 bucks a month, and that leaves them a lot of extra cash flows to do the property improvements and also pay extra on their mortgage to try and build as equity as fast as they can. And like I said, they're sitting on about 130,000 in equity already at the ages of 20 and 21. My middle son just bought his first home a few months ago in February, and we found him a great little starter home. It was only 2 bedrooms and 2 baths, about 950 square feet. But hey, that's what his a 2 bedroom apartment would be. But we got a good deal that was being sold well. Needed a little bit of touch up, a little bit of fixing here and there, but it had a newer roof and would pass a 4-point inspection for insurance purposes. And we got him in there, and his the lender's appraisal came back. $41,000 over, or sorry, $46,000 over purchase price. That combined with his $15,000 debt that he had saved to put down, he's sitting on a $61,000 in immediate equity gain right at the point of purchase. The house will be valued another $20,000 or $30,000 more after he's made some of the cosmetic upgrades and repairs that need to be made. And we financed him on a 15-year note, so he's putting maximum amount, even on a minimum payment. He's got a nice, big, healthy chunk of his mortgage payments are going straight to principal. And if he holds on to this place for about 3 years, he'll, before the age of 25, he'll have about, somewhere between 90 and 100,000 in equity himself as a single man. And then, I've taught him the house hacking strategy of, hey, look, that spare room, rent that out to one of your buddies and allow them to help to live a little cheaply and start saving for their own purchase down the road. But it's going to provide extra income, and now you're splitting utilities and you're able to live a little bit leaner and put that money towards your own investments or your own mortgage pay down or projects that you're doing to the house. So this is the stuff that I love trying to help first time home buyers with, especially the youngins that are just really getting started. And I don't care how young you are. I mean, hell, I don't care if you're you know um, 21 or 51. If it's your first home, it's your first home. And there is a right way to do it that builds equity quickly, and there's a wrong way to do it, which is what most people do, which is, buy at the maximum range of what the lender says they're willing to let you borrow, which is going to keep you house poor. That is not going to leave a lot of margin in your life. They have quoted you a, an authorization or a pre-qualification level that is, putting you on the outside limits of your loan to value, uh, or I'm sorry, your loan to income ratios. And so, that's a good way to struggle for a lot of years with minimum payments on a 30-year note. Um, so I teach something entirely different. So a little bit counterintuitive. I want to sell you a house that's less than what, but I'm quasi-retired. I have military retirement, and I get a little bit of VA disability, and I don't have to earn a dime from my real estate efforts. So I would rather make less commission in assisting you to sell your home or buy a home, to help you do it right and maximize the potential gains that you can uh, hope to achieve. Um, so I would love an opportunity to sit down with anybody that will look at this, or hold a telephone. We get on a conference call, and just discuss your individual situation, and see how I can best help you achieve what you're trying to achieve. This is, even though I'm not only been licensed about a year as a realtor, I have a depth of knowledge that most realtors don't have in this regard. So I hope you'll take it for what it's worth and consider reaching out to me. I can be reached at in the Jacksonville area by telephone and call or text at 904-626-6833. Again, 904-626-6833. Or you can email me directly at jdilly@kw.com, because I work for Keller Williams Realty here in Jacksonville. Um, So JDilly, JDilly at KW.com, or you can visit my KW webpage at JDilly.KW.com. And one way or another, you'll make contact with me, and I'll look forward to talking to you then. Thank you. Have a great rest of your day.